Tom Vasel's top 100 games of all time. Some say that Tom is like a giant among men. Others say he's a little obsessed.
I don't even have a top 10.
Tom Vasel's top 100 games of all time.
Hey, welcome everybody back to the Top 100 Games. I'm Tom Vasel.
Zeke Garcia, how you doing?
I'm Sam Healy.
They're here to mock my choices or to tell me they should be higher, although we're getting to the point where they can't go much higher. Okay.
-2.
We're going to start telling you they need to be lower.
Probably, or off.
Today's list, you are going to tell me at least 3 of them should be lower, and you're going to tell me 1 should be higher.
Okay, 3 lower, 1 higher.
That's
Got
Sam.
it.
You, I don't know.
Me, I will destroy every choice you make.
I've been reading the Dice Tower spoiler boards, so I already know that number 30 is Werewolf.
Number 30 is a game that today everyone wants to play a different game because, well, I think that was lower on my list. I don't even know if it made my top 100. The game that didn't make my top 100 is Resistance. The game that I love is Werewolf. Number 30 for Werewolf.
Okay.
And I know that not everyone's a big fan of Werewolf, and I very rarely play Werewolf. I moderate it more than I play it, but I love it. I can run it with kids. I don't care if you play Werewolf or Mafia or whatever. I think Ted Alspach with BZA Games, I think the ultimate Werewolf, there's so many options. Every time I run it, I have a blast. And it's a game that obviously has some legs because it's played at every convention that I've ever been to.
Right.
They're playing Werewolf somewhere along the line. It's one that we actually only played in our group one time that I remember, actually in the gaming group, and then someone messed up and I was mad about that.
Remember that.
I don't know if you were in that game, but
I remember we played years ago we played once.
okay, but I played it probably 50 times since then,
Yeah.
just mostly with youth and kids and things, and it just works so well.
Yeah, and I do the same thing typically.
See, I like Resistance better than Werewolf because Resistance gives Werewolf focus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the... I don't know.
Werewolf can be capricious, at least
the
at the
thing about-
beginning. You're like, oh, I'm Kill Z. Why? I don't know. He looked at me funny.
Right.
Yeah, the thing, Werewolf fills a niche that Resistance cannot fill.
I got you. I mean,
I agree with you. I like
there's
Resistance.
there's a numbers difference. I mean, you can only play Resistance with so many people.
Right.
You can play Werewolf with almost an infinite amount of people. I mean,
Which you should not do.
It gets hairier and hairier the more people you add to it. But
Harrier.
I
got it.
Get a werewolf
Got it.
joke. Jokester.
Werewolf.
Number 29, obviously, is Time's Up.
Party game makes the list. Woo!
Get him, Sam.
No, because I know Sam likes this party game.
30 though.
Apples.
No, it's 29. It's Time's Up.
30.
Time's Up. Come on. Time's Up is a great game.
Time is
You have
up
laughed
on this
your head
list.
off playing Time's Up. You're not a Time's Up fan?
No.
That's right. This is the same thing you said before. Like, I don't like to bring my work into gaming.
It's charades.
No, it's not.
It's not charades.
So much
Come
more
on.
than that.
I don't know who you're making fun of.
Him.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever made that voice. Better.
No, you haven't. But I was mocking you with it.
Anyhow, I like Time's Up. Z can say it's charades all he wants, but it's. I played charades and gestures and all these, games that are based on that, and reverse charades, which I think is fun too. But I think this game works because when you get to the part where there are charades, where you're just doing actions,
Right.
it's based on everything that's come before. It's based on someone giving the wrong clue about somebody.
Okay.
And then someone's, will say, William Tell, and someone's like, oh, he's that famous composer. No, he's not a composer. But then when it comes time to do the charades, you'll see someone directing an orchestra. Oh, William Tell! And that's what they remember. And so I think that's where the humor of the game comes from.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
The inside jokes that start in the game and continue on.
yeah, and I do enjoy the game. Do not get me wrong. I don't know. This seems to be lacking some of the caliber that a top 30 game needs to have.
I'm kind of right there with you. I'm not a Time's Up hater. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's all right, but
I should have put a helmet on before I would take this top 10.
I use Time's Up in my speech class to promote communication and a number of different styles of communication. So I use it a lot, and I've played it a lot. So it's not that I don't like it. This is just not top 30 material.
All right. Well, you're going to say that a couple more times.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Number 28 is For Sale.
Number 28 for me is a game that's been on my top 10 list for a really long time, although this is the highest it's ever gone, which is weird because...
Top 100 list, okay. You said top 10 list.
Oh, top 100, I'm sorry. Top 100. Like last year, I think it was 60 or something, but it's gone up. This is my go-to game when I have new people in the group. There's 6 of us. They've never played games before. I bring this out and we always have a blast.
Cosmic Ink.
No, it's not Cosmic.
Wow. Can you imagine?
It's For Sale. For Sale.
Oh, okay.
For Sale's a really simple game. Super simple. And it, and I use it in that situation as described, and yet I will play it with gamers too. If I'm with 6 people and we don't know what to do, I'll always be waiting to play For Sale. It's like 2 halves of a game. The first half you're bidding for these cards. Second half you're playing cards and flipping over to buy houses. It's such a...
I'm gonna cry foul here for just a moment. I'm sorry. I've never seen you bring this to a game event.
Tell him.
I've never seen you.
Well, I always bring it to the family game nights. At church. Yeah.
Okay.
It's always there, and I play it almost every time.
There, though.
He always brings.
You're there.
Yeah, but we don't play those kind
Okay, but I have played it with gamers before.
Okay.
Many times.
I don't know. Again, I think this is...
Not the caliber of the top 30.
This is a 22 in a 50 caliber realm.
You think so?
It's not. It doesn't have the firepower. I mean, come on. We're talking about out of 100 games.
Yeah, but
out of 3,000.
Okay,
you're making
still.
it sound like little quick, perfectly designed fillers are not worthy of being on the top 100
No.
list.
I'm not saying that. I'm just.
I think this
A
game.
filler game. I'm okay. I can understand a filler game being on the 100 list.
Yeah. You're saying they should not be in the top 30?
But the top third of the entire...
All right.
If you get a solid 20 minutes of fun, which you do, I would agree with you, then yeah, why not,
I have more fun setting up a game of Memoir.
Okay. Well,
I have more fun setting up a game of Memoir. Now, that doesn't mean I don't like For Sale.
Right.
Because I use it with my classes, I use it with youth group.
Too high for you.
It's just, wow, top 30.
okay, well, this... Speaking of firepower.
Number 27, Cash and Guns.
This is considered by many people to be a party game. I don't consider it to be a party game.
Dare they?
No. I mean, it's kind of a party game. I call this a pseudo party game category because they're games that you bring out and they have a they have a
pseudo party game.
No, they have a party game feel to them, like Robin Hood, where you're hiding the stuff in the chest.
Yeah.
Well, but this one you actually get to point a gun at people, and that's Cash and Guns.
Oh.
I love Cash and Guns.
Just after the game. Here's my gun.
What kind of groups are you playing in, sir? Man shot after gaming session.
Loses at For Sale, kills everyone.
Cash and Guns, I have never played a bad game of it, I think, ever. It's always been super fun. And it's really funny to play this game with some meek, mild, sometimes this old lady or, like a librarian type character, and they're like sitting here and all of a sudden they're going...
When have you ever played with an old librarian? That's a great scenario in my head, but I would love. Now I'm gonna have to go take this to the library.
Have you seen the clip on YouTube of the old lady playing GTA 5?
No.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
Check that out.
All right. Anyhow.
No, that's a good choice. I'm right there with you. I think it's a great game. It is totally a party game. I mean, this is a party.
Well, yeah, but I mean, a lot of people don't consider it in the party game category, because it doesn't include words or whatever. Yeah. But I mean, I just get a kick out of it. I don't even know if you consider it a party game.
No, I don't consider it a party game.
Is this in the caliber of the top 30?
No. Top 50, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, now he wants to rewrite your list for you. This is 40.
Okay.
3.
All right. Let's get to the next one.
Number 26, Twilight Imperium 3.
Next, I'm gonna slide over to Z. Hold on, I'm a little afraid of this one.
Oh, what?
This game has been in my top 100 ever since it's come out. It was once in my top 10. Now it's down to 26, which is 6 up from what it was last year at 32. But look, I think this game is fantastic. But it's so long, I don't get to play it as often as I want to.
See, I was thinking this was not going to make your list, and I was going to actually physically beat you.
Physically?
Okay,
It's okay.
it's on your
all
list.
right.
Okay.
It's Twilight Imperium 3.
All right.
You thought that wasn't going to make my list?
Yes.
It would take a lot to knock it off, I
Because
think.
the last few times that we've actually asked you to play, you haven't played it.
How dare you?
Well, no, we're on the air here. There's
Yes,
other
we are.
There's other reasons.
We are.
Okay, here's the deal. If I'm going to play a game with people, I'll play games with people pretty much, when they come to the gaming group, I'll play a game with you, all right? You might be an annoying person that no one else wants to play with, and I'll play with you. But if I'm going to sit down and play an 8-hour game,
Don't be annoying.
I'm going to pick my opponents. I'm sorry. If I got to sit at the same table with someone for 8 hours,
Yeah, we Anyway, Twilight Imperium 3rd.
yeah, look, this is Space Conquest in a box. It's long, it's grandiose. I still think that one of these years they're going to announce Twilight Imperium 4, and I'm going to watch Sam's face when that happens, see what he thinks of it. And he won't admit this now, but I remember when Twilight Imperium 3 first came out, he was like, I don't know about this Euro gaming of the...
Euro gaming?
Because it had the Puerto Rico thing where you took the tiles and you did the action, and that you would like Twilight Imperium 2 a lot. Right. You really liked that.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm not sure. And then once he played it, and then it was like, can we play it again next week? Yep. I was like,
Cool.
Anyway, it is a great game. Twilight Imperium.
Number 25 is Wits and Wagers.
And you thought we were done with party games.
Okay, I gotta jump in here now. I'm starting to notice a trend. What's going on? The great co-ops are in the 90s and 80s, and you got a bunch of party games up here. I was okay with a couple of them. What's up?
You're feeling me now. You're seeing
I'm
it.
feeling the pain.
The reason you see clumpings is because when I'm comparing the games, I'll say, okay, I really like this game, and I really like this one. Which one's better? Or the ones they're right next to each other.
Clump higher, man. Clump higher.
Okay, well, though this one, but this one I've had some of the best experience I've ever played as a game show setting, and that's Wits and Wagers.
Oh man, really? Wits and Wagers is a neat game, but what are we at? 30? I mean,
No, we're at like 25 now.
I don't care what you say. I think the Wits and Wagers game shows that we run at conventions are some of the most fun things I've ever done.
I agree with you. It is fun, but wow.
Top 4th of his list.
Is it top 4th? Are we in the top 4th already?
What number is this?
That's 25. You're right. That's top 4th.
Top.
There's only 24 better games than Wits and Wagers.
And Wagers.
Yes, I really think. No, look, I really think that. I have such a good time playing it.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I don't.
You're gonna say it's disqualified game show.
I don't think it's disqualified. What I'm saying is that you're basing your opinion off of these huge convention game shows that you've been running.
Yeah, but I think that's a fair way to do it, right?
You've got, come on now.
Technically, that is not the game people buy. And
right, that's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
I think you're misselling the game.
Okay, no,
you're making this a big game, and it really isn't for most people.
Okay, but we're explaining that now. This is my top 100,
Sure.
And that's why I like it. Yes, when played with a group of people in a setting, Wits and Wagers would be in my top 300. I like it.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's fun in that setting.
Okay.
But when I add in the game show aspect, it just really elevates it. And there's no other party game that has been able to be brought into the game show like that one, I think.
I'll give you that. And you're right.
So I'm giving that caveat now, but I mean that's what it is. All right, well.
This is one of the games I've played, one of the party games I've played that has actually gone over not as well as I was hoping. Wits and Wagers, almost consistently.
Yeah.
To the point I've stopped bringing it out. Mm-hmm. But, again, like you said, the way you do it, yeah, I agree.
All right.
Hang on. Number 24, Faces.
Okay, this is the last party game.
What?
No, listen, though. This is my favorite party game.
Yahtzee.
No, it's Faces. I love Faces. Again, though, this is the caveat that we're talking about. My
The
particular.
game that he loves is not the game you will be able to buy.
No. Let's
You won't
rephrase
be
that.
able to buy it either.
Let's be able to illustrate it. The game that I love is not the game that you are able to buy currently.
Dun, dun,
Oh.
dun.
I'm just saying that.
You can't buy it. I mean, well, I guess you could fish for it, but it's kind of gone.
No, but I don't know. This is a game that you have to admit, every time we play it at conventions or whatever I bring out, everyone is laughing and having a good time. And I've seen it be played for 2-3 hours straight, and it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Faces. No more party games.
I actually haven't played Faces yet, but I think I'd enjoy it.
It's not bad. Again, it's a 22.
All right, well, let's get to a
50
game
caliber,
that
bro.
maybe you will allow.
Number 23 is Thunderstone.
All right, this game was number 5 last year, and now it's down to 23. And that's not I think last year I was just so enamored with it, and I went up super high. Now I'm still loving it, but it's dropped, it's kind of settling into where it will be.
Okay.
And it's not even the top of its genre anymore. And I also only like it when played one way. Epic Thunderstone. Okay, Thunderstone is a fun game, but the Epic Thunderstone where you can go through and I mix all the sets together, it's really entertaining. I think all the new cards, and they certainly are not lacking for expansions.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking Dominion where I had one expansion a year. Thunderstone comes out with like 3 a year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of cards in the game. But Epic, it's changed. It almost doesn't even feel like a deck building game anymore. Another thing that changed it for me, that brought it up higher, was the sense that the advanced version. I think Mike Elliott is a fantastic designer. I'm not sure he's the best developer, because almost many of his games that I've played, like Warriors and Thunderstone, they were fun, and then someone tweaked them a little bit, and it's like, whoa, now it's really fun. Thunderstone was fun. Epic Thunderstone, super fun. Warriors was fun. Change a couple rules, add the quarterfacts, and Warriors became super fun. So, I don't know. But anyway, that's a side thing. I like Thunderstone. I think it's a cool... I think it's actually better for me going through dungeon delving currently than the new hotness, the Pathfinder one. I think Thunderstone does a much better job of it.
So are you talking about Thunderstone or Thunderstone Advance? Are those actually different?
Thunderstone Advance was like a mild streamlining of Thunderstone.
Like an entry point.
You could use cards from both, intermix them.
Okay.
But they added some things into Thunderstone Advance, basically, where you could take, if you had a handful of cards that was like half good, you could skip your whole turn, take the cards that you liked, put them back on top of your deck, and get rid of the rest.
Okay.
Which would let you kind of skip several turns to get that hand you needed, which changes everything about the game.
Yeah. I've played it, but I've not the advanced stuff. I played back when it first came out.
Yeah, I think Advanced for me felt more like if you hadn't played the original and now you want to get into it, do this.
Okay.
And then you can go back and get the other stuff if you
Okay.
want.
Cool.
All right.
I'm just glad it beat Dominion.
But it's not the best deck builder.
Number 22, Core Worlds.
Now to talk about my favorite deck builder.
Clumping galore. Deck builder and deck builder, party party.
System.
Okay. My favorite.
list is-
Oh, because they get clumped together?
Yeah.
Well, no, they get.
Radically so, it seems.
Well, no. Dominion was much farther down. It was at 31, and then Thunderstone was at 23. There's a bunch of party games in
This
between.
list is broken.
Okay. Anyhow, my number 22 is Core Worlds from Andrew Parks. Last year,
Wow.
it was 76, but that expansion really, really changed it for me. Core Worlds was fun, but it felt like it could play out very much samey to some degree. With the expansion, it will never play out the same. And also, they gave you these cards that when you play them, you put tokens and things, which let you draw more cards or have attacks. I don't know if you played the expansion yet, but you played the base game. Did you like it?
Yeah.
I think it's a very strong, solid space game with beautiful artwork. The theme came through. It's a deck building game, but almost felt like it felt like half a deck building game almost.
What's the other half?
Like playing out cards and conquering stuff. That wasn't as much deck building, I thought.
I enjoyed the game also, probably as much as Sam, I would imagine. But to me, it's probably the most number crunchy of all the deck builders. almost to a
is
fault. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, this is.
There's a lot of numbers you got to keep.
There's
track
a
of.
lot of crunchiness to it, and it's a neat game. The flavor's cool. It definitely has a neat theme, but the game does drain you. Once you're done playing, it's like, wow, I feel like I've been taking a test or something. You
We'll
know?
play For Sale now.
All right. Now let's talk about a game that really does pack a punch.
Number 21, Agricola.
Is it that Rock'em Sock'em Robot?
No.
What is that? Isn't that what that's called?
Okay, this game has been on my top 100 since it came out. It was in the top 10. Now it's at 21, which is still pretty close to the top. It may be knocked out if I like its new, freshly born baby brother that just came out and is in my house right now. No, look. Now, you guys knew this was going to be on the list. You knew this
I don't know
game
what
was going to be on the
this is
list.
Agricola.
Oh.
Now, look. When Agricola first came out, the first time I played Agricola, I was in Malaysia, and there were some guys there who had a German copy, and we had to refer to these printout sheets.
This is like
That's
seventh
horrible.
circle of hell.
That is a
This is
horrible way
so
to
bad.
play that game.
Wow.
Can you imagine how long that must have been?
I had to keep looking at the card and say, what does this card do? And look at
Hell,
It's other people's Agricola in German.
Now listen, all that, and I was at when we were done, I said, this is really fun. If only I could have read the cards in English.
I'm gonna go buy 2 dictionaries and reference.
No, Z-Man then published the English version, and I've been in love with the game. I really like it. I like it especially when you draft, which I think I played one drafting game with you one time, and after that you said, look, that took way too long to draft.
It was.
But it
That's
made
a half hour to the game.
okay. But the new game, Caverna, which just came out, looks like it might be a better streamlined version of it.
Better theme anyway.
Shut up.
Yeah, because now they don't live in houses. They live in caves.
No, they live in houses in caves.
Oh,
Okay.
that
Here's-
makes it much better.
Don't listen to these haters. I know. Look, I think Agricola probably has been overhyped. Probably.
Definitely overhyped.
Okay, but the fact is, it really is fun because it offers a plethora of choices. The choices make thematic sense. Not to mention, I've blinged my copy out like crazy. Okay, anyway, whatever. Agricola, number 21.
It does have a plethora. It has too many choices. It has too many words that you have to read. It has too much of a whole lot of stuff.
All right. Okay, 20 more games. You guys were kind of mean to me on that list there.
That list is pretty bad.
Rightfully so.
That was what, bunch of like Times Up and Agricola and all this other garbage up there. That was really high. This should have been like 100 to 90. I mean,
All right. No, he thinks that the Twilight
I
Imperium should be in the top
can't
10.
oh, okay, that's right.
Did,
Right.
Was there a
I'm
party
having
game?
trouble.
Wait. Was there a party game
there
that
was
was
a party
higher
game
than,
that was
Twilight
higher
Imperium?
than Twilight Imperium.
Yeah!
Are you kidding me?
Wits and Wedges third edition.
I know. I mean,
With the new drafting and space.
I mean, for crying
How
out
many
loud.
hours? That's the question. Is
All right.
I don't understand.
Maybe they'll be nice. Maybe they'll forgive me after my next 10. Until then, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Z Garcia.
And
He's suffering Sammy
I'm
over.
slightly depressed.
Suffering Sam.
You've been watching the Dice Tower.
Some say that Tom is like a giant among men. Others say he's a little obsessed.
I don't even have a top 10.
Tom Vasel's top 100 games of all time.